11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes, happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome to the Just Too Sweet Show, episode 161. We have a special preview and prediction show for tonight. Dave, by the way, if you can share it out, because I can't share it at the moment. It's not popping up. But yes, I am, of course, Mr. Big Daddy Cool himself, Mr. Tim Tawala, your host with the most. With me, I can't call you number 3 anymore. Well, you moved up to number 2.
I think it's going to be a 2.5 standing
2.5?
in 2 right now.
All right, so you're like 2.5. The man himself, Mello, Mr. Dave. Dave, what's going on?
Nothing much, Timmy. Here, excited Friday. You know, we got SmackDown going on, so we're competing against them. We're a little bit in the AEW role, and it's just right that we're going to be talking some AEW All In London 2024 today.
2024 already. And wasn't that the first show? Was that their first show?
All Out. Well, no, I'm lying to you. All In was their first unofficial show, which is the one that Cody put together in Chicago before they were All Elite Wrestling.
Okay. I knew it was one or the other.
Yeah.
I can't find the damn show to share it out though.
This is the second All In London in a row. So that's pretty big at Wembley, which is a big stadium.
Very big stadium for them, especially.
Yeah.
And so they did sell it out, right?
As of right now, I haven't checked if they've sold out Wembley yet, but I know that the 2 shows before, because they've been there all week essentially up in the UK. Well, yeah, over there. They were in Cardiff, Wales for Dynamite, and they will be there for Collision tomorrow. And both those shows have been sold out. So they are definitely looking to hopefully sell out All In again. So I think they have a good chance just because they announced it last year. So it's been a whole year of preparation for this. So they should get close to it.
Okay, I'm not being rude. I can't find the show to share it out. It will not pop up on the Pop Culture Pros page.
Really?
And that means nobody's watching it if we don't share it out.
Did the boss ban us like he banned someone else? Like, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on. There's some weird Shane Black XVW is live on our page playing a video game. How the hell is this guy on playing a video game? Yeah, look. This is the Pop Culture Pros Facebook page. And there's some guy, some guy is playing the game. We're trying to work here, earn money, send out get the boss some revenue streams and some sponsors and stuff, and we can't get on our own page.
Hey, good for you, Shane Black.
Who the hell is Shane Black?
No idea, but apparently now we're competing against him.
Well, I'm gonna delete his ass.
Let me see. I'm trying to go to the Pop Culture Pros group. Yeah, I don't see it pop up here. That's really, really odd. Does it pop up on the Just Too Sweet?
No, because you have to share it to Just Too Sweet. You can only share it to.
Let's check if we are live on YouTube.
Facebook and YouTube, yeah.
Because if we're live on YouTube, then you could just copy that link over.
We'll have to have him edit out the first 5 minutes of the show then. Just us talking.
Pop Culture Pros, of course, it doesn't want to come out now. Let us see. And yep, we are live on the YouTube.
All right, we're on YouTube then, at least.
Yeah. Do you need me to send you that link over?
All right, so let's we share the link through YouTube. Will that work?
I think you can. I'm gonna put it on the. Let me see. We can put share. Yeah, you could put it to Facebook.
Yep, there we are. Let's see. Share Facebook. And then from there, I'll go to my page and share it out. There we are. Share. Come on, boss. We got to fix this. And now it's just me. It's okay. Group. There.
My apologies.
So I know you got your allergies kicking in.
Yes. For those of you, I guess, eventually when you pop on. And they know me. I have severe allergies at times, and yeah, I just needed to blow my nose. And today is one of those episodes, and I'm not trying to blow my nose live on air.
I reported Shane Black's to Fraji. I reported him. Get off our fucking page. All right. I don't know why we're not popping up on Facebook like we should on our own damn page. But whatever. That's what happens. All right. So let's get started anyway. Hopefully somebody will jump in and pop in. Actually, let me tell the boss what's going on here, man. Let's tell that guy. You better pop in here real quick. Explain yourself.
Stop feeding the possums out there. Stop banning people from the site. Creators.
Okay, you should stop on. All right, so before we even start with all our good wrestling stuff, I've been getting questions. I've been getting letters, lots of fan mail, lots of mail wondering. I didn't get to elaborate when we talked about it on the other show. Eric, my tag team partner, my hetero life mate, he's been with me since day one with this show, since back in the day, 92. I've known him since. He couldn't come to an agreement with Pop Culture Pros, with the boss. He has some minor demands which are not being met. He did. I offered to walk with him because that's what we do as a tag team. He said no. He wants me to go out, do the show. He'll get back when he can. He'll figure this stuff out. He's him and the boss are letting the lawyers do their thing now, behind the scenes kind of stuff, hammering out this stuff. I told Eric, like, you don't need massage therapists, and you don't need that kind of stuff that he's making demands for. I think he's going to break down a little bit on that, but we'll see. Hopefully, he'll be back for the Halloween extravaganza, which I am starting to promote the Halloween extravaganza, and I've been looking for my costume online, and it's fantastic, and it's highly offensive, and will probably get thrown off the air, probably get canceled at some point, but it's still going to be great. But Dave, I know this sucks with Eric. You have an opinion on what's going on with Eric and stuff?
I mean, I think Eric's been a key pivotal point of PCP when we all switched over. He's provided lots of good content, whether it's here, whether it's on the A to Z program, or even like on our one-off episodes of Christmas shows and all those other good things. So I think for him to just ask for, a little bit, he's a known name around these parts. So I don't think it's too crazy. Maybe the massage thing is a little out there, but then again, we don't know. You can tell me. I don't think your guys' old town over there has one of these massage parlors, so he kind of needs something.
He needs a release, so to speak.
Exactly. Times get tough here. We got people talking. We don't know if it's good comments, bad comments. Things get tough.
Well, like I said, we'll keep everything in mind. Eric, I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, I know I still got you back. I get it, but he said do the show, move Dave up to the spot. He knows you can handle it. He knows you can handle the duties of a co-host, And yeah, we'll have to just move on, and hopefully they'll get this deal done, and Eric will be back, and yeah, things will go back to the way they were. We'll have a grand return, and like I said, we'll have the big Halloween special, which I'm hopefully looking forward to. Bless you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, before we could, it's all about AEW this weekend. Before we get into that, it seems like every time me and you do a show now, Bleacher Report decides to pop up with a funny little list of theirs. We did not like the last list, the top wrestlers of all time, and said you can't mix men and women because it hurts. It doesn't make any sense. And Dave, go ahead. What's this week's Bleacher list that we're gonna shit on?
Well, funny enough, as we go ahead and again another show, Bleacher Report, a couple of days ago decided to come out with another list, and it was none other than they are ranking their top 50 WWE entrance music themes of all time. So again, I have not looked at this list. I just saw they do have an honorable mention, and then I was like, okay, perfect timing. We're gonna go ahead and pop this baby up here and go ahead and talk and see what we think about this list. Because again, like Timmy mentioned, the last one wasn't so great. We had a lot to compare there.
Hello, Karen. That's a new name. Hello, welcome to the show.
And we'll see if what they say. So we'll start off with their and look. So it actually tells you on this one that there were 6 contributors right here. So if you guys don't agree with the list, you can go ahead and mention them there on the apps and tell them why you do think that their list is good or not.
I might be making a massive email later. Who knows? We'll see.
Massive that. So for honorable mentions, we have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, the British Bulldog, Lita, okay. And there we start off at 50. So I'll put Big Show up here at 50. But what do you think of our honorable mentions so far?
Yeah, so far that's not a bad list. I like $1 Million Man.
So this is just not their actual entrance them coming out. This is the music of their entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like $1 Million Man. He might have made my top 50. Okay. I'm sure I can find one to swap out with $1 Million Man.
I think Lita's also a good one. I think this one is okay to put guys and girls together because it's just music.
Yeah, it's just music. No big deal.
I think that's good. But yeah, I think Lita's was a very iconic one, like the yeah. So yeah. All right, so we'll start off. I'll do what we did last time. I'll do 50 through 41. We'll talk about it, see if we have any questions, and then go from there. So at 50, we have The Big Show. 49, we have Finn Balor.
Regular Finn Balor, right?
48, The Boss, Sasha Banks, also known as Mercedes Moné. 47, Jake Roberts. 46, Drew McIntyre. 45, Razor Ramon.
Too low.
44, Goldust. 43, The Shield.
Ooh, that's low.
42, Christian. 41, Asuka.
Christian. That was a great theme. At last you're on your own. That was great.
I really like that theme of his.
Well, I think, what was it? Go back up again real quick. Asuka, I would already.
I'm surprised the Shield is this low just because.
Yeah, the Shield's kind of low.
I mean, the only reason I have a gripe against it is because Roman Reigns' song is technically still this song, just like with a couple changes to it.
Yeah, slowed down and a couple more instruments added.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's on this list lower down.
Like I'm already looking to see. I could swap out.
Goldust, Shattered Dreams.
Goldust he had a good entrance. Yeah.
Razor.
That's way too high on the list, low on that list to me.
So you think it should be lower?
Yeah, I think it should be. I'd put that in at least maybe in the 30s, maybe, depending.
Well, the one that I think I had an issue with, not an issue with, but I think it should be a little bit. Sasha Banks I think is good. Just because she's not in WWE anymore, I'll give her the 48. But Finn Balor's, I think his entrance, and I mean, I guess we're just talking about music, but still, like, if you think about it, when he was in NXT, and even to some extent when he went into the main roster, like, you would get everyone opening up their arms, like flailing their arms open, at that certain part of the song. So it's like, 49? I don't know. I think I would put him.
I'd put a little higher too.
Yeah, I'd put him higher. Like I don't know why he's 49. I think that was very, very good. And then you also have like also when he came out as a demon, like there's just me going through like I don't know if maybe that's holding me back because I'm thinking about the whole entrance, but I still think the song is a little better than 49.
I do too.
And
I'd move it up. That and Razor, I would move up definitely.
Any problems with the big show?
No, listen, it did what it had to. That song did exactly what it needed to do. So I have no problem with that.
Right. So far, I mean, we could say we're not. This hasn't been. I feel like it's a little better. It started off. All right, so we'll start.
Even I do like Asuka's. Asuka's fits her character, her personality perfect.
Yeah,
that's slow, and then she does all the crazy shit with the mask on. So yeah, I kind of dig it.
All right, let's go on to number 40. At 40, we have the 5-time Booker T. 39, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I thought that would be higher.
Yeah, I think that might be higher. 38, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
37, Becky Lynch. 36, AJ Styles. 35, Brock Lesnar. 34, The Brood.
Oh, The Brood.
33, the NWO.
33? Wow.
32, Daniel Bryan. And 31, we have Seth freaking Rollins.
Daniel Bryan's the only one we can play without getting sued. Because that's a public song. I have a major problem with a couple of these.
Yeah, I'll jump back up this list, and I think this one right here, being part of the show, we already know this.
Even then, this song, I mean, it's got to be top 10. It has to be. It's embedded in the wrestling culture at this point.
I think so too. And we're just talking about regular New World Order because this I don't think is adjusting to WCW, but still, like this. It's still up there. Like that song is synonymous. You hear it and you know that black and white, with the grainy footage. Like it's got to be there.
Yeah, it's got to be up a lot higher.
Yeah,
a lot higher.
I wouldn't have it lower than 20. I would say
it would be my top 10. It would easily be in my top 10.
I'm pretty sure that one time that we did it, NWO made it our consensus top 10. Like it
definitely,
it's up there. What was another one that I had a slight? Okay, yeah, here it's not Becky.
Becky Lynch.
Bobby Roode.
Dude, Glorious is great.
The only
you don't like Glorious?
No, I love Glorious. I'm saying I don't think it should. I think it's better than 38. The only reason I could think of why it's 38 is because he didn't have a long enough run on the main roster. But even his time like on NXT and in the main roster, like Glorious was great. I think they just failed Bobby Roode.
That was my ringtone for so long. So long. It was Glorious. And my alarm when I got up in the morning, it was Glorious. I would definitely put that higher too. That would definitely be top 20 for me.
Yeah, like just music wise, Glorious is a great song.
It is.
It shouldn't be there. And then Vince McMahon, I mean that feels like a top 15 at least to me.
Me too. That's got to be a little
chance
higher.
In hell.
I don't know who they. I can't wait to see who they got now in the top 20 because a lot of these I think we should be up in the top 20 easily.
For sure. Like I don't know. Like this, I get everything that happened. You know what? I kind of want to read their explanation now. So it's on the surface, the edgy and editorial rock of No Chance in Hell by Johnson may not seem like a song perfectly suited for a billionaire businessman. Still, it oddly fit the owner and operated of WWE at the height of the Attitude Era. The lead singer's defiant screaming and the backbeat that perfectly accompanied the megalomaniacal honors. Swinging arms made for an excellent presentation, one that would carry long beyond 1999 when the track first debuted as McMahon's anthem. So there's no here of them saying that because of the allegations stuff that's happened with him, why this is at 39. They just put it music-wise, I don't know. This should be higher to me.
That's a little weird.
Like you hear that, you hear the beginning, the dun dun. There's a pop there, no matter what.
I think it should be higher. I'd have it way higher.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, so wanted to hear now. I forgot that they have a little blurb to everything. So for the Bobby Roode one, it says some of the best entrances at any WWE event that have taken place during the NXT takeovers, and few people made as big of an impression with an epic arrival as Bobby Roode did at Takeover Toronto in 2019. Being sung to the ring by a full choir was an unforgettable moment and made his entrance truly glorious. But we're gonna have him at 38 over Becky Lynch, which I feel like that song you either hate it or love it. So I don't. I have to go above Becky's.
I would push it back. Push it back.
Yeah. Ages is also a good one. I'll give it 36. And let's see what they said about New World Order. They had look at this. They put a whole entire 5-paragraph essay. So it says there may be no entrance theme on this list cooler than that of the NWO. It was an anti-establishment inspired vibe that perfectly matched that of what those in management foresaw the group being. It was also a house beat from the Turner catalog. Eric Bischoff revealed as much during an appearance on the Gun Show. I won't quote him, but he said he was right. Today, the song remains an unforgettable reminder of the cool outside invaders taking over Monday Nitro every week. The black and white T-shirts leading the way for Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and the rest of the gang. It defined an entire era of professional wrestling for fans who lived through the Monday Night War and remains relevant thanks to the countless documentaries on the subject that continue to be produced. It remains the soundtrack for rebellion in professional wrestling, and that is why we have it at 33. Come on, that explanation is great, and it should not be 33.
No, they just shot themselves in the foot with their explanation.
It's like, this is great. It's revolutionary. It still hurt. Like, come on, guys. You have so many. It's funny because you still have like some professional athletes today, like wearing the NWO, like Dennis Rodman, when his stats come up anytime he's like at a show or something, former member of the NWO. Like, come on, guys. All right, so we'll go on and we'll get to 30. So, number 30, we have Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, sexual chocolate.
So Mark Henry is above the NWO. Man,
yeah,
Mark,
see already.
Come on,
right there. I'll take out Mark Henry and put the $1 Million Man in. That'll be my swap.
Oh,
but I wouldn't put the $1 Million Man at 30. I would just swap out Mark Henry.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll come back to Mark.
What was his not sexual chocolate? What was his theme? I can't even think of it. If I can't think of it, it can't be that memorable.
Somebody's gonna get it. Was the song made famous for Mark?
You're gonna get your ass knocked out. Yeah,
there we go. That one. I was trying to remember what it was. Somebody's gonna get the swoop.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get the. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so it was a badass song. It's not better than the NWO. Sorry.
No, it's not.
With that, like it's a good song. You can put it up there with Big Show, but no, it's not better than the NWO. All right, so let's continue on. 29, we got Roddy Piper. 28, Kane. 27, Eddie Guerrero. 26, Mick Foley. 25, Jeff Hardy. 24, Shinsuke Nakamura. 23, Randy Orton. 22, Rey Mysterio. And 21, the off-the-couch tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Wow, I have a problem with Mick Foley. Which one? The dude, he had Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Mankind.
I'm assuming it's the car crash one. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny enough, look, Mick Foley utilized several different theme songs during his WWE tenure. His Mankind theme was creepy, his Dude Love tune was groovy, and his Cactus Jack song was a rock blues tune. But his most famous theme was the one he used when he was himself, because it was used for the longest period of time. All 4 songs have their charm, but the Foley theme is iconic because it represents the man who made all of those legendary characters memorable. Okay, I'm assuming it's a car crash. I do like that the Mankind one, they had it, like his entrance music was different than his outro music.
Yeah, that was cool.
So I love that about that character. I mean, I think the car crash, okay, I'll give it to you there. 26, maybe not, should be on the list. What other, do you have any issues with any of these?
No. I mean, Piper's just normal bagpipe music, but I guess it is iconic. I guess for him.
Yeah. Eddie would be what Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
Yeah,
Yeah, Viva la Raza.
Latino Heat.
See, there was
Je-
also that one.
Why Jeff
Jess,
Hardy and not the Hardy Boys?
because Jeff, I'm assuming they're putting the normal words. And it's funny, people love this Jeff Hardy song, but I could care less for it. Oh shoot! Like I could care less for that song when he came out on his own. I like more the Hardy Boys.
I don't even know the song when it came out on his own. I can't even think of it.
When you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, that one." Again, it's called No More Words, and people love it just like they love the old school one that Drew McIntyre comes out to. But to me, I'm like,
What a coincidence! My son just happened to tell me a week ago, Dad, my favorite song is Drew McIntyre's old song. I was like, really? I was like, really? And I put it on. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think that one's a little better than his No More Words. Again, I'm not too sure why it gets put up there, but so be it. Shinsuke, I really,
Now,
man, I like Shinsuke's.
I do too, but that is it more song or is it, now the song is great though too. So the entrance was always
Yeah, his
a
entrance
sight
were
to
good.
see. I mean, him versus Bobby Roode was like the two greatest. I think it was the greatest match ever, just based on the entrances alone.
It
when they
was
fought.
phenomenal. I remember being there for was it Takeover Shinsuke's last one in Orlando because it was right before WrestleMania 33.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that place blew up, that arena when it was like boom, yeah, Bobby Roode, and then you have Shinsuke. Oh, it was so great. So I'll give. I think this one could possibly be maybe a few spots lower, but it should be in here. So I'm glad that it's here.
I have no problem with it.
Randy, man,
I'm not a big fan of it, but I get why it's there.
you don't like the hearing voices in your head?
It's all right.
Okay, I think it's a good one. It's synonymous. Ray, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't like the booyaka.
I put Ray up a little bit more.
Up? You mean good up, or you mean pushing back?
Pushing back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I pushed Ray back a little bit more.
Me
Not
too.
better than NWO.
Oh God, no.
No, I think that's like our
benchmark.
Right now. Yeah, like which of these songs is better than this one? Because there's not that many.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Roman Reigns.
And that's his new one.
Yes, the Tribal Chief deserves a theme as epic as his greatness, and in 2021, Roman Reigns received it after 7 years of carrying over the Shield theme. Exactly. Reigns adopted Head of the Table, a production that makes orchestral work, chorus singers, modern beats, and the underlying themes of the Shield song. The result, a theme that commanded acknowledgement of the one true Tribal Chief and historic, undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of getting that song in there. Cheating, since it's all reserved from that Shield song.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's still a good song. When he came out to this song at the WrestleMania 30, the one in LA. I forgot what WrestleMania we're at right now. 30, what's it, 33? 32? The one that was in LA that he came out to like the piano, that I thought was a great entrance right there with it.
Yeah. What the hell was that? Some kind of creature flying in here.
So moving on to number 20, we have Rob Van Dam. 19, D-Generation X. 18, Ric Flair. 17, Bray Wyatt. 16, The Ultimate Warrior. 15, Kurt Angle. 14, John Cena. 13, Cody Rhodes. I know you're going to have something to say about that. Number 12, HBK Shawn Michaels. Number 11, Hulk Hogan. Wow. Whew. I don't know. I'll let you start here, Timmy. There's a couple of these. I'm like, ooh, wow, kind of high. Oh, can't hear you. You're muted.
I said I already know Bleacher Report. And I know who number one's going to be already. It's going to be fucking Austin because they blow Austin on every one of these lists.
I mean, it's a great song.
I'm not denying that, but I mean, come on. How low is DX?
That was my biggest. Right when I saw the video, I was like, "Come on, guys." DX is number 19.
No, top 10 easy.
RVD's 20. That's crazy to me.
What is his song?
One of a kind.
I used to say burgers and fries. Burgers, yeah, because I didn't know what the song was, so I used to say that burgers and fries. Yeah, that's right. Plus, because I don't like him, I've never been a fan of him.
You don't like RVD?
I do not like RVD.
Interesting.
I'm not a fan. I never have been. I don't know. There's something about him that just bugs me, so I just never liked him.
You didn't like the band Terminator? Maybe it's because he reminds you so much of Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, he didn't remind me of Jean-Claude Van Damme at all.
Really?
I just didn't like him. I don't know.
They have a couple. They look a little similar to each other.
But burger and fries should be not even on this list.
If it is, it's up there with Big Show.
Yeah, it's up in Big Show country. It's no way. And let's already stop with Shawn Michaels has to move up. DX has to move up.
Flair's is 18.
Who the hell is the top? Look, Bleacher Report. Austin, Rock, it's Seth Rollins. It's all
we already passed Seth. Remember? He was like in the 30, 31.
Oh, was he?
Like that.
I'm shocked. Thank God. I'm shocked.
But yeah, wow. Flair. Okay, Braves, I don't mind being there. DX better than Warrior?
Yeah, he's better than Warrior. I mean, the Warrior gets you pumped up. It does, but
Kurt Angle. Okay, I'll give you. Kurt should be there. I think Kurt is
Kurt's in a good spot.
Ranked at 15. Yeah. John Cena at 14.
I even think that should be higher. I mean, that goddamn song is. Once he found it, he never changed it.
I'm surprised it's not top 10. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not 10 either. I'd even put it top 10 just because it's so iconic.
Time is up. My time isn't. Yeah, And then
I always think of the prank phone call. Remember the prank phone call? The greatest prank phone call ever.
That was great.
Super slam.
Are you ready?
So great.
For John Cena to take.
Do you support the Marines? Well, of course I do. Well, a former Marine needs your help, and his name is John Cena.
For $69.99.
That's the greatest phone call ever made. It really is.
Absolutely is. Whoever's brainchild that was, bravo to you. That's legendary.
Maybe we'll play that one. I think we get sued for that. We should play that on maybe at the end of the show.
What about Cody? What do you think here?
I don't mind where it is. As long as it's not top 10, I don't mind where it is. Let's stay on the top 10, though.
All right. I thought you were going to have a little hate about this, but I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty synonymous. Now the adrenaline in my soul.
Can you imagine like Survivor Series or one of these things where all these guys come out in one match? That's 30 minutes of entrance. 30 minutes of entrance.
Well, it was like anytime The Undertaker came out, especially at WrestleMania, you're just like, okay, I have plenty of time to, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, come back, sit down, and he's only halfway done.
And that's why he started coming through the middle. Remember, he's like, I'm not going that whole time. I'm coming through the middle now.
Yeah, like Taker running. That's what I feel like. That's what happened at WrestleMania 33. My God.
Yes.
And then they still watched him walk out too, and then go down. It's like, okay.
All right, let's see this top 10 because I can't wait to see who beat NWO and Hogan.
Hogan.
It's top 10 for me. We got to see who. I mean, everybody uses Real American.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. So it says. It starts off quoting the song, "Fight for your rights, fight for your life." Rick Derringer's demand as much as in his 1980s Real American, the entrance theme that was deemed just too big for the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda, and Barry Windham. The song was made for and debuted as a theme of the former WWE Tag Team Champions, only to be recycled for American hero and WWE Champion Hulk Hogan in 1985. It would accompany the Hulkster into all of his major championship matches and defenses, becoming one of the most iconic tunes in company history. Hogan has also used Voodoo Chili at the time. That was Child, no?
Child.
Yeah. Oh, Child. My bad. At times throughout his career, considering that it may be too difficult to find a guy who has had cooler themes away from his most iconic one than the Hulkster. I did not know this little fun fact that it was not originally made for him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you could see it online the first time the U.S. Express came out to it. It was for them, and they were like, "No, we can't do that. It's not good. It's not big enough."
It was too big for them.
I'm sure Hogan said, "I like that. Give it to me." And Vince said, "Yes, sir." And that was
it. Like, ooh, that theme song sounds really good. I'm gonna come out to it next.
He's even blacklisting fucking theme songs. So he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think it's iconic once you hear that like.
I don't know. That's top 10 for me, also.
All right, let's jump into this top 10. We'll do 10 through 5. Well, 10 through 6. So number 10, we have Triple H.
Which Triple H?
The Game.
Oh, The Game. Okay.
Oh, so it says Motorhead was responsible for giving Triple H The Game to use as his entrance music, but he also used the band's song King of Kings. He also had one for The Authority. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even say that The Game is my favorite Triple H song.
Wait, like My Time?
I like My Time. My Time, I think, is my favorite Triple H song.
Yeah, I like My Time too.
So, I mean, he could be up here just for several, but okay. 10 Triple H, I don't issue with it. Number 9, we have Taylor Punk.
I'm disqualifying this one.
CM Swift.
It's a real song. Like, what do you mean you can't do that? That's not fair.
It's a real song.
Yeah, it's not a wrestling theme song technically. It's an actual song from the 80s.
I mean, John Cena's is technically actually a song too. It was on an album.
Yeah, but he sang it for himself.
You're right. CM Punk does not sing Cult of Personality.
No, he does not. I don't know. I would disqualify this song.
I mean, the only reason I might not is because at least CM Punk somehow I guess because he's really good friends with the band or whatever, but he's been able to use this anywhere he's gone, whether it was the UFC, AEW, and WWE. He's been able to use some version of this song. So is it top 10?
But when you break this song, as a song goes, this is the best song on the list because it's a real song written by a real group, sung by a real band. So this would be number 1 as far as greatest songs. So I don't know. I think I would disqualify them.
Oh, so you put like in another category?
Yeah, that would just be me. I would disqualify him.
If it made the Billboard something, it should not be on the list.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I have a problem with this one.
Then we could also say the same thing about Daniel Bryan, no?
That's like a classical song. That's like, no one gives a shit about that song from the 1800s, whatever the hell it was made, 1500s. What was that song made? No one gives a shit. That's not on the radio.
All right, let's move on to number 8. We have Bret the Hitman Hart.
I would put it out of the top 10.
Not better than NWO.
No, or DX, or Shawn Michaels.
I'll give it its praise. He's still like classic, but I don't think it's better than those. Like, sorry, no. Bret. They also like gassing up Bret. It feels like
they do.
Bleacher.
Look, we all know the glass breaks number 1. We all know it.
Yeah, it has to be. What does it say? Says that first note from a guitar is all you need to know who is about to come through the curtain. Natalia. That's why.
Yeah, exactly, Natalia.
Number 7, Batista. Okay.
No. Kick him out.
I walk alone. See, that's also, I mean, it's performed by Saliva.
It's a real song. Kick him out.
So you don't think it's good? I won't get it. It goes with his character.
All right, you know what though. All right, I'll take it back because if Metalingus is on here for Edge, then I lose my argument because that's a great song.
Oh, we haven't seen Edge.
We haven't seen Metalingus yet. No,
and I think that song is highly overrated.
Do you really? I love that song.
I am not a big fan of. I think it can go your top 20, but I don't think it's top 10.
Maybe not top 10, but I just love that song though.
Like I probably wouldn't put Batista top 10 as good as the song is either.
I wouldn't either.
All right, so Number 6, Dwayne. At number 6, The Rock.
He has plenty of choices to choose from too. He changes his song like every 6 months.
Yeah, he does. He got the final boss now. What do we think? What do you think? 6? You don't think he should be top 5? Properly ranked?
Well, let's see what top 5 is.
If you smell.
You smell what The Rock is cooking. That was the first one.
Yep. Damn.
Then it became If You Smell. Yeah, so like all different kinds.
When he came to Hollywood, that it was just like you see like the helicopter flash, and then it's cooking.
Yeah.
The Rock. Okay, I don't know. I think The Rock maybe should be top 5. I like his better than Edge.
Let's see what top 5 is then.
All right, number 5, we have lo and behold, Edge. So it says Edge benefited from some great theme music in his career, including Rob Zombie's "Never Gonna Stop," but none became as integral to his presentation as Alter Bridge's "Metalingus." The application of that theme to his rise to the top of WWE, his heel turn and turret on-screen relationship with Lita, and the introduction of his rated R superstar nickname came together to create a total package that allowed the company to buy into him as a marquee performer in the company. What do we think? Adam Copeland at 5?
I that was my song on the show when you could make your own walk-up music for baseball. That was my song. So I like the song. Top 5? No, definitely not.
You know what? I think since we're at 5, I might not put, as good as it is, I have an argument for why Stone Cold probably shouldn't be number 1.
Well, let's see. We'll get there.
I think, and I haven't seen his name yet, and it just popped into my head. I think Taker should be number 1.
I could probably live with that. I could live with that.
Gong, like that. That to me, I think maybe it's just as synonymous as the glass breaking, and it gives you, I don't know, you get goosebumps from both. The argument could be made. I think it should. If anything, those should be the top 2. There should be Austin, Taker, some way of those.
All right, let's go.
All right, number 4, we have Randy Savage.
All right, I ain't gonna argue.
You think he's 4?
Maybe not 4, but he'd be in my top 10.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think he has been in your top 10. I would put him maybe on that like 10, 11 realm, but I think I think 4 might be just a little high.
I won't argue.
Number 3.
Don't forget, every kid who graduates gets walked on the aisle to that song. So
yeah, sure. Number 3, we have Jericho.
Which Jericho?
I'm surprised to see Jericho at 3, actually.
Which one are they saying?
Let's see. When Y2J flashes up on the Titantron on the August 9th, 1999 episode of Monday Night Raw and Break the Walls Down exploded over the sound system, it was apparent that WWE had delivered a significant blow in the Monday Night Wars by acquiring former WCW, wow, what's wrong with me today, star Chris Jericho. At first, he was charismatic goofball before settling into the persona that would take him to success. But it was his presentation during that iconic first appearance in which he interrupted The Rock that caught the attention of fans. Part of that was the music, which was heavy and anthematic. It announced to the wrestling world that Jericho was a star. So I guess break the walls down. Again, I like it.
Way too high though.
Yeah, I love Jericho, but I don't think I put him at 3.
No,
I don't know if he'd make my top 10.
No,
I think that
he wouldn't. This is what your DXs should be squeezing in. DX, your NWOs, your Flares. This is where they should be moving in here.
I think those 3 right there, I would definitely put over Jericho. I'd put Flair over it. That's what my Bret Hart is at 8, or 7, whatever it was. But Flair is at 17. When you hear the woo and God, no one's made a song about Bret Hart. Come on now. There's a song about Ric Flair. Like, that to me, I don't know. So 3. All right. So number 2, The Undertaker.
Now we all know who number 1 is. Bleacher Report. You fucking repeating bastards, you.
I'm gonna read The Undertaker's thing before we get to the number 1 that we all know. I think The Undertaker's entrance was always a spectacle, but WWE always went the extra mile to ensure his WrestleMania entrances were unforgettable. Few things in live entertainment can match the atmosphere in a stadium full of fans as the lights drop and the familiar bell sounds to signify the dead man's arrival. The various special entrances he had over the years would take a couple of hours to watch, and everyone was a special moment for the fans in attendance. What was originally a version of Chopin's funeral march has morphed into one of the most iconic entrance songs ever, thanks to The Undertaker.
I won't argue that.
I'm telling you, it could be argued to be number 1, but Bleacher Report's number 1 WWE entrance music theme is none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we'll read the blurb because we're at 1. So, and now we arrive at the greatest theme song in WWE history, the shattering of the glass, the relentless beat, Stone Cold Steve Austin's I Won't Do What You Tell Me reflects the personality of a man it represents. He was a take no prisoners anti-hero who flipped off employees and foes while raising hell and kicking ass. There was nothing special about him. Either. He had a shaved head and a goatee, wore black trunks, and stomped holes in people's with his plain black boots. There was nothing flashy about him, nor was there. Man, are they downplaying Austin right now? There was nothing flashy about him, nor was there about the all-time great theme concocted by Johnston. To this day, no theme elicits a bigger pop than Austin's, with that shattering of glass sending the audience back to the heyday of Attitude Era fandom and epic encounters with The Rock, Undertaker, Mankind, Kane, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and others.
Now, if it wasn't for The Rock and Vince McMahon reacting to the glass, I mean, I don't know. No one sold it better than those two.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. You hear that, and then just the face looking at the entrance of the Titantron. Yep. Again, I don't have a problem with it.
No, I have no problem with it. I get it.
I think the top 2 are right. After that, we can have a lot of discussions.
A lot of discussions.
Are you ready? Dun, dun. Like, I don't know.
It's up there.
So that was Bleacher Report's top 50 WWE entrance music themes of all time. If you guys have a problem, I will go ahead and, don't come at us. We're obviously just the messengers here trying to do the good bidding. And, did I miss it? You can go ahead and add all 6 of these gentlemen here at BR and tell them why their list is wrong. And you can tell them we sent you here at the Just Be Sweet Show.
Absolutely. Only got a problem when they come defend themselves.
Or at least give us some proper reasoning for why why DX is so high, why NWO is in the 30s.
The 30s. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Like, I get it. It was more popular, I guess, WCW, but right now that's all one thing now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. All right. We got All In tomorrow night, Dave. I'm going to leave it to you because this is your area of expertise as far as AEW goes. But I don't know how you want to do this. I happen to have a little contribution.
Ooh.
I found on TikTok, someone did a little video of who would be appearing tomorrow night. What shocking revelations we may or may not have, and I want to get your opinion on them. You want to do that first, or you want to do the preview and prediction first?
Is there more than one shocking appearance?
Yes.
Oh, I've only heard of one, so I'm curious to do this. Did they say where in the card they might appear?
Not really. It just says,
okay.
No, it doesn't really say it. It just says, there's like 5 of them though. Five possibilities.
Okay, so how about this? I kind of want to save the surprises for the end, so let's go through the card.
All right, we'll go through the card first.
We can get our shocking appearances and maybe talk about where they would fit on the card.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so guys, so we have All In 2024 live from London in Wembley. And surprisingly, AEW again. There's still one more show before this. There's Collision tomorrow night. So maybe the card might change. But as of this very moment, there's only 9 matches, which is unlike AEW, and there's only one pre-show match.
Wow.
Yeah, and that pre-show match is a mixed tag team match between Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. So that's going to kick off your pre-shows. I don't have a graphic for that because AEW did not come out with a graphic for it. But I will say I think Bert's girl Willow and Ishii will get that dub over Statlander and Hathaway. And I guess Timmy ready to kick off then our main card.
Let's go.
All right. First up, we have for the AEW World Trios Championship, Christian Cage and the Patriarchy, which is Nick Wayne, and his name is not Luchasaurus anymore. What the hell's his name now? Killswitch.
Killswitch.
Yeah, his new name is Killswitch versus the Bang Bang Gang, which is the Gun Club, which is Billy's kids. And what's this gentleman's name? Juice Robinson versus the House of Black, which is Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus, I'm getting this right here, it doesn't show it, who's going to be the fourth team, but according to Wikipedia, that will be the BCC, which is Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and it's going to be Pac joining them in this match.
Now, wait. And I have other possibility. Another one of my surprises does affect this match directly.
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe I'll throw it in here.
All right, let's hear it. Tim, what is one surprise?
The rumor is that we'll be looking. They said maybe too that they may not be exactly in the match at the beginning, but will end up taking out one of these teams to take over, and that is none other than the brand new name of the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley, MVP, Shelton Benjamin.
Really?
Rumored to make their debut tomorrow night as the next team. Because the Hurt Syndicate was a what was it called? Copyrighted.
Okay.
And they're rumored to be there. So that could affect this.
Interesting. Okay, so if then I think from my prediction wise, if this does become true, I will say that Christian Cage and the Patriarchy will retain the AEW World Trios Championship. Who will they take out? They might take out the Blackpool Combat Club or House of Black, I would say.
Well, which team do you think will get knocked out if the Hurt Syndicate does show up?
I'm going to say it's the House of Black.
Okay.
I think it's them. Just because I feel like they're the other team that I would probably put to maybe take these belts away from Christian. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've watched, but so they won these belts. I forgot from who. I think they won it from the Bang Bang Gang. And Christian is like doing the presenting of the belts because he had all three. So he's like, obviously won his mind. He gives another one to Nick Wayne. And then he's like, all right, so this last belt, I'm going to give it to a person who's contributed from the start. Without them, we wouldn't have this belt. And he looks over and he's like, no, this is not for you, Killswitch. And he gives it to Nick Wayne's mom. And so like in the background, you see her holding the belt. So Killswitch still doesn't get to hold the belt. When he won the TNT Championship, Christian was holding it. So he won it, and Christian has just been so great in AEW.
He has. He really redid himself over there.
Like I'm so happy he's getting like the recognition now, and it's like we talked about him with the song because I love that song of Christian's. I don't think he got the fair like push in WWE, so I'm glad he's in AEW showing what he has, and he's got a lot to offer.
I'm going with them to win also, Christian.
All right, perfect. So next we're gonna move on up, and we have in a coffin match the TNT champion Jack Perry versus your favorite Darby Allin. So coffin match is pretty much a casket match.
The crash test dummy.
I wonder if casket match is trademarked by WWE or if AEW just wanted to do something different and say coffin match.
I don't know. That is. They probably do have it the lockdown.
Either that or because it first came out with Darby Allin, and Darby, his finishing move is the coffin drop from the top rope.
Yeah, I know that stupid move.
I mean, it's like a body splash. You know?
No, he folds his arms. It does nothing. All it does is hurt him. All it does is hurt him. It hurts him. That's all it does.
Everything hurts Darby. Let's just put it out. Everything he does hurts him.
Hurts me too, watching him.
So I will say I don't think Darby has lost a coffin match in the couple he's been in. This is obviously one of these stories telling of the pillars, and I do really like Jack Perry's new belt, which we saw in the chat. I did not know that he made the belt himself, which I think is even more impressive. That he's a badass for that. So Timmy, what do you think we got here?
I am going with Jack Perry. I don't care if he never lost a coffin match. It's time. And I can't in good conscience pick Darby Allin to win a match. I can't.
Unless he's got Sting on him, right?
Exactly. Sting's gone. He's done. Time to move on. Learn how to wrestle, not just jump in front of buses and jump off roofs and have a Lego Inferno match.
Someone.
Lego Inferno matches. It's like, just stop.
Lego Inferno. I don't know. I pay to see that. I'm with you on that one. I'm going to go with Jack Perry to retain. I think he just got the title. Got to keep it on him. He just made it his own. He needs a little bit of a run here, and as a scapegoat to be able to solidify himself and not just be like a throwaway. Here we go. Jack Perry's nothing serious to take.
I agree.
All right. Next up, we have our All In London Casino Gauntlet match for a guaranteed world title. And does it tell me? Okay. All right. As of right now, these are the only people I know that are going to be in it, according to Wikipedia. We have Orange Cassidy, who will be the number one entrant. We have Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, Evil Uno, Roderick Strong, and Hangman Adam Page. So we only have 6 people, and this is probably going to have a lot more, but I'm pretty sure those are the 6 people that are more likely to win unless we get a surprise entrant.
It's an actual gauntlet match?
Yes.
That's a long-ass gauntlet match. Then you have that many people, no?
Isn't the gauntlet match like the one that they like just throw them over? Or is it like gauntlet like...
I thought gauntlet was 2 guys fight. When the one guy wins, the next guy comes down. Whoever wins, the next guy comes down. Isn't that gauntlet?
I think you're right. I just don't know if that's how they're doing it. Because I feel like then they would have had everyone here.
Possibly.
No, look at that. You're right. The Casino Gauntlet match is a modified version of the Gauntlet Eliminator, promoted by AEW. 2 wrestlers bringing the match, with new entrants coming in at time interval. Also, they come in sporadically with a max number of 21. It is a 1-fall match that can end at any time via pinfall or submission inside the ring, even before the entire field is entered.
Okay. I can't even pick who's going to win this one then.
I mean, it just makes it all depends. Because I think I don't know, because the main event is Swerve and Brian, and Brian loses, he retires. But Swerve and Hangman have this whole feud thing where I think they have to like kind of finish that off. So now I don't know if Hangman wins.
I don't know.
And I don't think I want to see Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Bryan. How about this? Because since I don't know if there's only going to be 6 guys. But if there is a surprise 7th or 8th or whatever, I think I'm gonna go with the field on this one. Because it was either that or Hangman, I think, wins this, but just based off where my predictions are going, I'm not gonna pick Hangman to win.
I don't even know. I have no idea where to go with this one. Again, could be one of the surprises. Will we have a seventh person?
Exactly. I have no idea.
No, I have to go to Hangman also. I think he makes the most sense, like you said. But Tony Khan's not known for making sense, so you never know. But
He's not for throwing a couple surprises out there.
It does make the most sense for Hangman to win.
Okay. All right. So you're going Hangman there?
Yeah.
All right. You got the hanger. Oh, look, we did have the 0 hour match here. I must have not been paying attention. But that is the Willow Nightingale match. All right. Next up, we have for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, we have the champion Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed.
These guys are still going at it, huh? Well, they are the three best teams there.
Yeah, I think I get it. It's one of your biggest shows. I love the Bucks. I love the Acclaim. FTR is not bad. But man, they gotta give us some other tag teams besides these three guys. I get it. The Young Bucks, obviously, they're the champions. They're trying to do their whole heel shtick with being the EVPs, which has been good. But man, I don't want to see FTR right now. Like, man, we saw last year, it was literally FTR versus the Young Bucks for the tag team championships.
Every week.
I'm saying this was the exact match last year at All In. So it's like you threw the Acclaimed in there. Okay, the Acclaimed deserves their shot in a match on the card. But man, you could have thrown in another tag team here to probably bring them up. Like FTR can take a backseat, man. I think that they're okay. Like, I don't think they like to tout themselves as the best tag team in the world, and I don't even think they're top 10 right now.
I think Tony and the EVPs are afraid of them. They say they're the best. They believe they're the best. I am personally going to go with the Acclaimed on this one.
Really? You think the Acclaimed wins these tag team championships?
Yep, I think the Bucks. I think it's time for them to slow down too a little bit. Plus, they can always get them back as far as being the EVPs and call.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have to wrestle every week.
No,
they can just come out and cause a ruckus as like the authority figure.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with the Acclaimed.
I think you convinced me here, Tim. I'm gonna go Acclaimed as well. I think the Bucks could take a backseat, like you said. Just focus on being that background authority figure. They don't need the belts for that, and it's a good win for Scissor Me Timbers. All right, so next up we have for the AEW American Championship, champion MJF versus Will Ospreay. Which I think I'm trying to predict, and this might open up the card, I think. Unless, I don't know, because I don't see them being the co-main event, and this is not going to be the main event. So I think you have to kick off the event with something hot, and this might be it.
That's a hell of a way to start.
Hometown kid Will Ospreay versus MJF, who's been on another...
So now, logically speaking, we would say Ospreay cannot lose this one. But like you said, they like to throw curves at us all the time. So,
one of the biggest curves is the surprise, supposedly. And I think if he would, which is the only one I've heard, this is the match he would come in. I would feel like
who?
Ricochet.
Oh yeah, Ricochet. Yeah, he's one of my guys too.
That's the only one that I've heard. This I feel like is the only spot for him to come in. Any other spot doesn't make any sense to me, but this one does, just because of his history with Ospreay, and then finally meeting after so long again. It just would make sense, and I think it would make sense for him to lose that match. Even though right now he's been teasing bringing back the Tiger Driver 91. And they had that tease on Wednesday when after MJF left him bloodied, he's in the back there contemplating, and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson comes up to him and says to do it, just to do it, like to stop messing around, unretire this move that almost paralyzed Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan, and bring it back. So I feel like, how do you protect both moves? You have him do the move. Oh my God, he's gonna win. Ricochet comes out, What the hell? And then MJF could still pick up the win, and Ospreay doesn't lose clean.
You talked me into it.
I'm going with MJF on this one.
Yeah, me too. You talked me into it. It has to be. He had no compete clause, right? He can show up anytime he wants now.
Yeah, I think because his contract had ended.
Okay.
It's whenever I think they get released that they have the 90 days, but once the contract ends, I think they're able to show up at any time.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with you.
I think, yeah, it just makes sense. And again, you protect both guys. They can continue. You can separate Ospreay from MJF for the time being. He can go feud with MJF with Ricochet, and then MJF could go on about being his dirty little self.
Yep, I agree with you 100%.
All right, now let's move on to the TBS Championship. Champion Mercedes Moné versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I know who I want. I know who I want.
But will that person win?
Now,
they've been having some good segments, I think, lately.
Here is next surprise possibility. Now, this one is highly far-fetched. Okay. I don't see it happening at all. But since this person threw it, I'm not even giving this person. I'm not even going to mention their name. I'm not giving any credit. Screw them. But this is one of those very far out there possibilities, and it will be in this match if it happens. Okay. And that person is none other than the man, Becky Lynch, who does not have a contract right now. She has no contract whatsoever. So you think that's even a possibility of her showing up and either helping Mercedes or costing her the title? What percentage wise? What do you think?
I just got goosebumps thinking about that.
She is not under contract. That's why this is it's a very tiny, small possibility.
That thought didn't even cross my mind that was a possibility. I was like, who could it be? And then you said the man. I was like, whoa.
All right, let's go. No, Becky Lynch. Who do you like winning in this one then?
I would like Mercedes still to win just because she got that. She has a what's her face now in her corner, Camille Brickhouse. So I would like to say Mercedes would win this. It also makes sense because she just got the title. She still needs her little run. And the doctor just came back. I love the doctor, but don't need to give her the TBS championship right away. Unless Becky Lynch decides to show up, then we could give her the title.
That's what I'm saying. That who does she show? Oh, I agree with you. By the way, I think Mercedes wins. It's not Britt's time to come back and win yet. But now you throw Becky. Again, the very small possible. The only reason this person brought this up was because she has no contract right now. So, I mean, she can even show up tonight and go back to fucking WWE in a month if technically speaking. You just don't know.
I guess this is my whole thing with that. I think Becky has it too good at WWE to go and do this unless she asked for permission and it was given. And I don't think Triple H or anybody would give that permission. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet anyway. I'm just throwing it out there. Like I said, it was a distinct possibility.
Oh, how Triple H like to say every single pay-per-view that, the landscape will never be the same. That happens, and I think that's a big blow. That's a major blow. That just.
But again, though, every AEW woman is once again pushed down that ladder.
Well, man, this is just for the team. Oh, if Becky comes in, it's just like, I'm sure you would have to have her feud with Mercedes, and then where does that go? Like, you just have two big powerhouses there. Or I mean, it'd be good for the TBS championship, but then it might just overshadow your women's world champion. Because then at that point, I'd care more. Which, I mean, I think even now, I care more about the TBS championship. I care more about the TBS Championship than I do than the AEW Women's World Championship.
No, that's true too.
Like, I'm more excited for this match than the main event. Well, I guess the women's main event, which we'll get to next.
Oh, I'm going to go Mercedes. I don't think Becky does show up. I think it was it's that just the fact that she has no contract right now makes it a possibility, but that possibility is in like the 5% tile, I think.
I need to tell the boss he needs to go ahead and clip that little clip of you name dropping Becky Lynch to come out, because that, wow, if that happens to me, I didn't even think about it. I did not think about Becky as a possibility.
All right, we'll see.
All right, well, I'm going Mercedes as well. Next up, we have our co-main event for the AEW Women's World Championship. We have champion Timeless Toni Storm versus her former apprentice, Mariah May.
How long has she been champion, Toni Storm? Long time, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. I think she beat, what's her face for it? I was gonna say Paige. Saraya. Which, man, it's kind of crazy. A year ago, she wins the championship in London, and now she's not even on the card. So I don't know if she'll help Toni Storm here. I feel like, man, she's another one that just has kind of fallen off in their women's roles. Yep. She has like this. She was with who? She was with Ruby Riott, which I know it's not her name there.
Ruby Soho,
but then she's out because she's pregnant, if I'm not wrong. And who was your other person? I know she's with Anna Jay now. And there's one other person that is a former WWE, I think.
Well, it was Toni Storm, wasn't it? Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, and Saraya were the three.
Yeah, the three. But now she has a new three.
Oh, I don't know the new three.
Yeah, it's gosh darn it. I can't believe I can't think of these people's names. Regardless, it seems like she's just fallen off the card, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm not excited for this match.
No.
I know people apparently love Toni Storm's gimmick, like Bert does. But
I think the gimmick is funny, but I don't think it's like anything,
revolutionary.
Yeah, it's funny once in a while.
No, you're right. Like, I think it's cool that they have all her promo stuff in like the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out to the press conferences and essentially doesn't take any questions. But I don't know. She's okay to me. I don't think she's great. She doesn't do it. Like, she doesn't. Oh man, I can't wait for that Toni Storm match.
So is it time for her to lose? I say yes. I'm going with Mariah May to win it.
I think it is, but man, are they gonna really put the Women's World Championship on Mariah May?
Well, then she'll just hold it for Mercedes Moné when she's moving on to the next title.
Yeah, and get both.
You know she's gonna.
Mercedes 3 belt.
You know it.
Mariah May should win just so that they can boost another woman's superstar. I think Tony Khan is too in love with Toni Storm to let her lose, though, to her. I'm gonna go with Toni on this one.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be so disappointed if Mariah May wins it, though. All right, and now we are at our final main event match. It's called, God, I love these guys. The Final Countdown title versus career champion Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship. So if Bryan Danielson loses, he has said he will retire. And he came out to call himself the best effing wrestler in the world, which he has never done. He did it on Wednesday.
I saw that. It was all over the place. It hit TikTok real fast.
It did.
I don't think it's time for him to go, right? I did hear one time he was thinking about it, but He's never had a title, right? In AEW.
No, he has yet to have any title on AEW.
I don't think he's quitting yet. Not only that, I think he's going to win it. I do. I think he's going to win tomorrow night.
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. Whatever. You know what I mean.
It's Sunday at noon.
Unless our final mystery guest shows up and screws him. There's a tease for you. There's a tease for you, Dave.
Okay, so I'll give my prediction before you give us the secret tease. I'm with you there, and that's why I didn't pick Hangman to win the Casino Gauntlet, because I think if Hangman wins that, it's more likely that he goes after Swerve than Bryan. Like, that's a better story, and then he beats Swerve than him beating Bryan for it. But I think it can't be time for him yet. Like, if he calls it a career, I want it to be like that's it, and I feel like that's what he would want to. He doesn't want to do like this, like Ric Flair, like, oh, I'm retiring, and then he doesn't really retire and keeps fighting like years later. I know he does want to call it quits soon. Yeah, I think he's almost there. I think it was like a couple of years ago. He said he only wants to wrestle full time for like another 2 years, and then he kind of wants to take a backseat role because he wants to spend more time with his family, with his kids that are growing up, and he wants to actually be there. So I think this is it. Like, you have to give him the belt now. He deserves it. He's one of your best. He can again be touted as the best wrestler in the world. Give him that belt. It doesn't have to be a long run, and then you could pass it on. But give him that final, like, thank you so much, Bryan, for what you've given us. And it leaves the door open for that. He can come back, and it doesn't have to be like a coming out of retirement match.
Yep.
Unless he comes back this is him leaving AEW and coming back to WWE.
That's a possibility. Maybe he wants to finish there. You never know.
Yeah. But then again, we don't know, because I feel like all these guys have talked so good about AEW, a la CM Punk, and then, oh my God, I'm back in WWE. I'm so happy now. Like, I'm going to go with Bryan on this one.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Well, by the way, the original, the number one person who was supposed to show up is Dijak. Well, he's rumored to be showing up somewhere in the card. No one cares. Who cares?
Can he show up on commentary or something? No one gives a.
Exactly. The final, which is not really a surprise considering what's been going on in the news, is, of course, we may get an appearance from Shane McMahon.
God, I forgot about Shane.
That is the final. And now, him getting involved in the main event just to be a McMahon, that's where I would think he would want to pop in. Or he's popping in that first match. I don't know where else he would fit for him to pop in like that.
I think it has to be this. It has to be him helping Bryan. And Bryan.
Those are the 5 rumors right there that I won't give credit to the person because screw him. But yeah, those are the 5 rumors.
I didn't think about that. Shane, like, Swerve is too much for Bryan. Bryan turns heel and gets help from a McMahon. The same McMahon that he was helping run a SmackDown with not too long ago when he was hurt. Oh man, I think I like that. Please have that happen.
That would be insane. Like, insane to see a McMahon on another wrestling show, other than Nitro for one night. It would be fucking crazy.
Oh man, Timmy, I think I want that to happen.
And I think it makes sense for him to help a former WWE guy, and who else? It would make sense for him to help Daniel Bryan.
Yes, and then that way you turn because essentially this is a face versus face match, because neither one of the guys are heels, but this turns Bryan heel. You give him the belt, and we know that Bryan as a heel is good. He can get under your skin, and now that he's calling himself the best wrestler in the world,
in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Oh man, Timmy, I think that put it down, lock it down. That's got to be it. AEW, TK. There's still some time. If Shane's not over there already, get him over there now. You have an entire day. Oh man, I really like that idea.
That's it. Those are the possibilities. Which ones will come true? I think Ricochet is a guarantee.
Yes.
I think Becky and Shane are. Shane is, I think, is 50-50. Becky, I think, is only like 10%. No one cares about Dijak, the Hurt Syndicate, whatever.
They could come out on a Dynamite. They don't have to come out on an All In.
Yeah, because I heard the match. Well, I'll just go back to that match. The final spot is up for on tomorrow, right? On a Collision.
So
and it was pre-recorded.
Yeah. So according to Wiki, it's Pac, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta that are the final three.
Okay. So maybe they get taken out. Maybe the other team gets taken out, and that's how they hurt. Or maybe the Hurt just shows up at the end of the match and says, "Hey, we're here. We're coming for those belts."
It could be that.
You know, the MVP can't wrestle, can he?
I mean, he hasn't in so long.
That's the one thing I didn't get because like they're coming, big deal, but they're not. He can't wrestle. They can't go to the trios title if he can't wrestle.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't make sense. I don't know, but I'm really liking this Shane idea now. That's all I'm thinking about now. I was thinking about Becky, and then you just blew my mind with Shane now. How crazy? Where do you think that puts AEW? Like, is it like another like okay, whatever Ricochet coming, or do you think this is like a game changer getting Shane in AEW?
Yeah, it depends. Again, though, again, if Tony Khan is fucking smart, he will let Shane run that storyline. Let him help. He knows what he's doing. He knows. I mean, Shane is pissed now. Shane got turned down. He wanted to come back. They said no. So this has turned into a Triple H and Stephanie versus the rest of the family thing now. Except Linda. Linda hates them all, I think. So it makes a lot of sense for Shane to go there just to fucking piss off. I don't think he will piss off Triple H, but to think he is, but Tony Khan has to let Shane have a voice, have a say, and if they do it correctly, it will be a game changer. Because now you're going to have people going, "Holy shit, really? McMahon is open? There's a McMahon up now?" Because that opens the door for Vince. It really does. It opens the door for Vince. If Vince can get out of this shit that he's in, it opens the door for him to show up. Then you got your Bischoff showing up on Raw one night, like, holy shit, are you kidding me? Moment, So
I think that's if Shane's for I think that's like what you're looking at, and I think that was a big game changer. No one thought Eric Bischoff was going to show up on Raw and be the GM. So having Shane, McMahon, go there, I think that's key. But I think background stuff like TK has to maybe like, hey Shane, help me out with this. Like, take some stuff off of his plate so you can concentrate on one thing. Shane can concentrate on another and help, with something. Because I feel like AEW can tell some good. AEW has told good stories, but they're not all like there's not as many because there's just so much going on that it has to be hard for one guy to run all that.
Yeah, like I said, I know I pick on AEW all the time. They show the botches all the time, and they always show the attendance or whatever. But I do want them to fucking succeed. I watched them for a long time. I like them, and I want them to fucking succeed. But Tony Khan has to give the reins over, and like start making because someone just said it, somebody famous too. Like you can jump into WWE and not have to worry about going back to figure out what's going on. You'll get right into it. You'll understand everything. AEW is not like that. It's a little bit all over the place. It's not really, you have to really like pay the fuck attention to who's who and what's going on because it's all discombobulated. That's where I think Shane could help and he could fix things. So if Tony Khan's smart, he lays off the yayo. I think it would be a good mix. And it would really, that would get the fucking war going. That would actually be the first shot because there is no war right now.
No.
So.
There's WWE, AEW, and then I think everything else.
Yeah.
If anything, I think a bigger shot is it's not a bigger, but like a tiny, like little like shot was NXT bringing TNA into the fold.
Yeah.
Or it's WWE bringing TNA into the fold because just based off of Joe Hendry, they've gotten so much more popular right now.
Joe Hendry alone. Joe Hendry alone did that.
Which I think I mentioned it here. I told you guys, like, if AEW is smart, get Joe Hendry now, because if WWE does, it's bad, and then they got him in NXT, and it's like, fuck. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna let him go.
And you can already hear the Royal Rumble. You can already hear it.
Well, imagine he's gonna fight. He's competing for the NXT championship. Imagine them giving that belt.
I'm just saying, as main roster, as far as you know what you're gonna hear. I believe that's it. The fucking crowd's gonna go absolutely ape shit.
Absolutely, and I think that maybe that's probably where they're going for. I think I think AEW lost Joe Hendry once they allowed him to go on NXT, because right now you're just building him up, and the crowd is popping for him every single time, where they're lining up singing his theme song as he's walking into the performance center.
There's football players doing it. There's little kids doing it. It's everywhere. So
it's like, I think that's exactly where we're leading to. He's building up that repertoire in WWE, NXT, that when he finally makes that surprise appearance at Royal Rumble, that place is going to go bananas.
Absolutely. What time is start time Sunday?
So it is 12 p.m. is the 0 hour, which is their pre-show, and it starts at 1 p.m.
Interesting.
So you will still be able to watch it and have the rest of your Sunday to do whatever you want.
You can do nothing on Sundays. Are you crazy?
But we just got a couple more Sundays, though, where we have to do nothing.
Exactly.
Because then, 2 more Sundays, baby. 2, right? I think it's 2.
2 more.
2 more Sundays?
The weekend of the 9th, whatever that weekend is. 8th, 6th, whatever that is.
Yep, 2 more Sundays. It'll be this Sunday, and then the following Sunday, and we get football back, baby.
Thank God.
Can't wait.
Go back to more fun arguments on Unsportsmanlike.
Yes. Much more fun. We don't have to talk about,
Speaking of unsportsmanlike, look for us on Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Like I said, football season getting ramped up again. That's, I think, when we're at our best. No offense to baseball, hockey, and basketball, but I think football is when we're at our best. A lot of fun doing
college football starting tomorrow.
That's right, baby. That's what I'm looking forward to also. So that's going to wrap us up for today. Yes, it's Sunday, 1 o'clock. Well, 12 o'clock, you want to watch that crazy match. Shane McMahon, maybe. Becky Lynch. You never know. Ricochet, who cares? He did just propose to Samantha Irvin.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Ooh, the boss must be sad about that.
Well, I wonder if they're going to steal Samantha Irvin now. Maybe that's why everyone's being nice to her. Jey Uso keeps hyping her up. Pat McAfee keeps hyping her up.
Cody,
everyone's hyping her up. So maybe they're like, you can't leave. Don't leave us, please. So, all right. So, look for us. I don't know. Next week is the German one, right? The Bash,
Bash
Berlin. So look for us next week. At one point, we will be back to do the pre-show for that. Like I said, Eric, if you're out there, solidarity, brother. We got you.
With you.
We're watching you, and we'll continue doing our thing. Until then, Dave, any final words before we get the hell out of here?
No, guys. Enjoy All In. Hoping for a good event. Hoping for now. God, I just came into here hoping for a good event. Now I'm hoping for Shane McMahon, the man.
The man and Shane McMahon.
Oh, wow. We got Raul chiming in before we
why
we leave here.
Wait, Raul.
Gonna pop it up. AEW All In is going to be a good show. WWE Bash Berlin will be a good show too, but NXT No Mercy will be a great show, in my opinion, because of Joe Hendry being the new NXT champion. He believes in Joe Hendry.
I believe. That's why I wrote down here. I believe. Oh, you can't see my thing. So. You can't see my thing down there. That's not fair. Oh, anyway. All right, so we're getting out of here, Raul. Thanks for popping in at the last second. We just discussed Shane McMahon possibly showing up, as well as Becky Lynch for the 5% chance, but I doubt it. We'll see, though. All right, thanks for joining us. Look for us on the Sportsmanlike. Look for all the other shows. I'm not going to go naming them all like I usually do. You know who they are. You know where we are. PopCulturePros.com. We have everything you need involving pop cultures Good night, everybody. Peace out.